what's something that you probably would create like on your own time? Like, what do you create when you're not creating for a client, just for yourself? Like,
well, right now I'm working on a exhibit. It's gonna be a traveling exhibit, but I have an apparel ventures as well. But I just work on like I can show you a piece now. Like, this is a piece. I wish I could show on air, but I can't.
You can show the people watching on Ustream.
Oh, hold on, I do that. Like, here's an exhibit piece right here. It's an inspirational piece. Just
nice. Right now I'm looking at a Muhammad Ali tribute.
You see, and it's dope though because there's no boxing gloves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, yeah, it's like Muhammad Ali in, you know, it's Cassius Clay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
showing it off to you, Stream. DJTeddyRuck-Spin.com/Focus Radio. Just in case you want to catch us on there. But that sounds really interesting. It sounds like something that a lot of different people would appreciate and like to check out. What kind of facets are you thinking about including in this exhibit?
I'm still, right now I'm doing a bunch of sketches and just really trying to find a topic to base a series off of. You know, I'm currently working with Interscope on Yellow Wolf's next album campaign. So I'm going to work through that, and while I'm doing that, I am going to just feel for my exhibit, you know, ideas and just do them as they come.
Okay. What impact has the decline of album sales had on designers, like graphic designers as a whole?
It hasn't had any impact on graphic designers because it's the age of the internet. If anything, the decline has been in the print of the actual handheld print. But designers are still flourishing because of mixtapes, you know. Right. You know, there's still it's still visual with the net, you know. So even though that it's not print, the printers might be out of work, you know. But graphic designers are still doing their thing.
With there being so many, like a surplus of graphic designers, like how do you feel about the quality of graphic design overall, and like how has that affected your work, if it has at all?
I don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would run myself crazy thinking about it. Everyone with Photoshop thinks they're a graphic designer. You know what I'm saying? Everyone with a camera thinks they're a photographer, and I guess to some extent you are. You know, but I don't think about that. I just do my thing and just continue to grow, continue to study.
Definitely. With looking at your work, like looking at these business cards and the different things that you've done for Teddy, like you have a stylistic type of artwork, and I was wondering, like, would you ever consider doing illustrations for books or cartoon work at all? Like, would you ever go into a different field like that with your design?
Yes, that's definitely, I'm working on a children's book right now with my sister.
Oh wow, that's great. Definitely. I was just wondering because, like, looking at the design, I'm like, this would be really cool, like as a cartoon itself.
Definitely. That's what I like about cartoons. They can do anything. You can kill them and bring them back, you know.
right. Well, what's some of your favorite album art, even the stuff that you've created, the stuff that you've even just seen?
I really like Finally Famous Volume 3 when Sean was
crowd surfing.
Death Cab for Cutie, translaticism. I never could pronounce the word, but you know what I'm talking about. With the bird, with the knit, it did something to me. I don't know what it did. That's one of my favorite album covers. Well, you know what? My favorite piece is David, the coronation of Napoleon. And you know, and my favorite artist is Ron Mueck.
Okay, because that was going to be my next question.
Yeah, my favorite artist is Ron Mueck. He's a hyper realistic sculptor.
Okay.
And you should check him out. He does like amazing work. Like he'll do you. It'll look just like you, but you'll be 3,000 times your size. But the detail will be exactly like you are now. It's amazing. Check him out, Ron Mueck.
I have to. Now I'm like super enthused about this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We at F.O.K.U.S love art, everything art. But what is some advice that you would give to, this will be like our last wrap-up question. What is some advice that you would give to aspiring graphic designers and graphic designers that are trying to get to where you are now?
I would say it's all in your what you're exposed to, and it's all in what you study. There's many different styles of design. You know, I just say learn the tools. Just learn the tools of the trade, because that's what you use to create it. Like it was a defining moment in my life when I was in Atlanta, and I you know, downtown Atlanta, Coca-Cola headquarters. I remember looking up and there was this Coca-Cola sign, red with the Coca-Cola font, and I was thinking to myself, you know, how did they make that? So you know, with that, you know, every question is always answered. You know, it's laws of the universe. So when I asked that to myself, I realized a little bit later that their person that made that is using the exact same program that is accessible to me. That nothing is there but knowledge. The only difference was the knowledge of how to make that. You know what I'm saying? So that was the thing that really got me with us being in the internet age, with information being at our fingertips. You can go at your own speed. So I just say, like, just pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to like it was a moment in time. It's kind of like a sickness. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're always breaking down any piece of print, any design you see, anything, you're breaking it down, trying to see the different layers. Everything's in layers, you know. So I'll just say, just let your work consume you, you know, and then the way it'll be shown. You know, your style will come. And it's when you're not thinking about it when it happens. You know, the breakthroughs always happen when you're not looking for a breakthrough. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Well, we appreciate you being here, Tommey.
All right, before we let him go though, we gotta have you break down my mixtape cover, and we got a little visual aid. Cece, if you want.
Oh yes.
What's good?
We're gonna have you break this down. How could I ever have forgotten?
All right. So
this is just like a I call it like the Ruck-Spin forest. Like this is just madness.
Teddy is the man. Like we kicked it for a few phone calls about what we were thinking. You know, he was just like, man, I want a Ruck-Spin forest. Man, I want a Ruck-Spin forest. You have him partying? And I'm like, yeah. And we just went back and forth with sketches. The dopest part to me about this, honestly, is, of course, your logo, Teddy. But then
good look.
It's the dog's hand on the back. You know what I'm saying? Like the dog is just getting it,
feeling it.
You know what I mean? And it's like a content that's like the little treat. You know that
Teddy's treats
that put it over for me.
Yeah,
It like it brought them together. You know
like the extension to the back cover. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, man.
But now I really like this. It's like the number. It's like the first piece of my portfolio, I think, right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like you were saying before, definitely was able to capture the vision I had. So all aspiring artists out there, if you want someone who can really, you know, take what you're thinking and turn into some real artwork, definitely check out Tommey. Some crazy work.
Appreciate that, man. Definitely.
So make sure you guys check out TommeyWalker.com and follow him on Twitter at Tommey Walker.
And remember, it's with an EY, TMMEY.
Right.
F.O.K.U.S Radio.
F.O.K.U.S Radio.
We from that other side. When folks don't wanna gather, talking slick will get you shot in the face. Say the shut up, in one fell swoop, another life blown away, no hesitation. Blood washing down the drain. The air is full of cocaine. The story's full of reefer smoke. The poets spit the rhetoric. The temp is in the negative. I gotta live for all the unborns to trouble you. North, south, east. Niggas throwing W's. I serve a double use. Be a martyr for my city. Be a target like 50. Nobody fucking with me. Graduate of pain and a soldier for the knowledge. Knowing one day they gon'